Go. Okay, hello, my name is Thomas. I'm here to get my commercial Class A CDL. I'm going to start by putting on my seatbelt. I'm going to raise my air tanks to max capacity between 120 and 130 psi by raising my RPMs no more than 1500. Going to make sure that my truck is in neutral. My brakes are set. I'm going to go ahead and step in on my clutch. Start my engine. Okay, my oil pressure has risen to normal within the first 5 seconds, indicating that it is working properly. Now raise my RPMs, good pressure. Okay, my air tanks are now filled to max capacity at 130 psi's. I know this because my indicator needle has stopped moving to the right. Next, I'm going to place my truck into low gear. I'm going to go ahead and stop my engine. I'm going to release my brakes and wait for my air to settle. I will now start with my 1 minute no leak test. On this test, I must not lose no more than 4 psi's, 3 psi's for my tractor and 1 psi for my trailer. I'm going to step in on my service brake. I have 93 psi's. My 1 minute starts now. Okay, my 1 minute has now passed. I still have 93 psi's, which tells me that my system is working properly and I have no leaks. At this point, I'm going to release the brakes. Next, I'm going to do my low air warning light. My low air warning light should come on between 55 and 75 psi's. For this test, I will need to turn the key to the on position, and I will fan my brakes until my lower warning light comes on. Okay, my lower warning light has come on at 60 psi's, indicating that it is working properly. Next, I'm going to test my emergency pop-out valves. My valves should pop out between 20 and 45 psi's. For this test, I will need to turn the key to the off position and fan my brakes until my valves pop out. Okay, both valves popped out at 35 psi's, indicating that they are working properly. My next test is going to be my governor cutout. My governor cutout should cut out at no more than 130 psi's. For this test, I will need to fill my air tanks to max capacity by raising my RPMs no higher than 1500. I'm going to start my vehicle. I'm going to make sure that my truck is in neutral and that my brakes are set. My oil pressure has built to normal within the first 5 seconds, indicating that it is working properly. Okay, my governor cutout has cut out at 130 psi's. I know this because my indicator needle has stopped moving to the right. The next test I'm going to do is my governor cut in. My governor cut in should cut in at no less than 100 psi's. For this test, I'm going to step on my service brake and drop my pressure to no lower than 100 psi's. And my governor cut in should cut in at no less than 100 psi's. Okay, my governor cut in has cut in at 105 psi's. I know this because my indicator needle started moving to the right, which indicates that my tanks are receiving air and my system is working properly. My next test is going to be my 4 brake test. On this test, I'll be testing my trailer brake, my tractor brake, my handbrake, and my service brake. Okay, for this test, I will need to put my truck in a low gear. I'm going to test my trailer brake, tractor brake, handbrake, and service brake. I'm going to start with my trailer brake. So I'm going to disengage my tractor brake. Trailer brake held, just in case it's working properly. Next, I'm going to test my tractor brake. Engage, disengage. Tractor brake held, which indicates it's working properly. Next, I'm going to test my handbrake. Engage, disengage. Handbrake held, which indicates it's working properly. Next, I'm going to test my service brake. Engage, disengage. I'm going to let it roll for a little bit. Okay, my service brake held, which indicates it's working properly. At this point, we got to get control of the vehicle. I'm going to set my brakes. I'm going to put my truck in a neutral, and I'm going to release my feet from the pedals. This concludes my 4-brake test and air brake inspections. If you do not have any questions, I'd like to go ahead and proceed with my in-cab inspection. My name is Thomas. Thank you very much.